For 20 years, the debate was simple. Who is the GOAT on the pitch? But as we enter 2026, the scoreboard has changed. Goals don't matter as much as gains. While the world was arguing over the Ballon d'Or, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were quietly fighting a different war. A war for global economic dominance. On one side, you have Cristiano Ronaldo, the first active team sport athlete to become a billionaire, who has transformed himself into a sovereign economic power with a portfolio that looks like a Fortune 500 company. On the other, Lionel Messi, the asset architect who turned down a billion-dollar salary in Saudi Arabia to bet on a move that could make him the most powerful owner in sports history. One is a cash king building a global conglomerate. The other is an equity boss merging with an entire league. Today we settle the ultimate debate. We're not looking at trophies. We're looking at balance sheets. This is Messi versus Ronaldo, the billion-dollar empire. To understand where we are in 2026, we have to start with the raw numbers of the contract war. Cristiano Ronaldo is currently the highest-paid athlete on the planet, pulling in a brutal $280 million a year. But his Al Nassr extension in 2025 didn't just give him cash. According to reports, it also included a 15% equity stake in the club itself. He isn't just their star player, he's essentially a partner in the Saudi Pro League's expansion. This is the blueprint of liquid cash dominance. He's taking the highest possible salary in human history and funneling it into immediate, high-yield investments. And then there's Messi. On paper, Messi's $135 million annual income looks small compared to Ronaldo's. But looking at his bank account is a mistake. You have to look at his upside. Messi's deal with Inter Miami isn't a contract. It's an ecosystem merger. Through the Apple clause, Messi receives a direct cut of every new MLS Season Pass subscription sold globally. In the EU, week of his debut alone, subscriptions jumped by more than 1,600%. He also has a profit-sharing agreement with Adidas on all MLS merchandise. But the real masterstroke is his equity option, the right to buy a minority stake in Inter Miami at a preset price. Since his arrival, the club's valuation has surged from $600 million to $1.5 billion. By the time he retires, his small stake could be worth more than his entire career earnings at Barcelona combined. Now let's look at the family offices and where these two icons are putting their money to work. Ronaldo is building what we call a hard asset empire. He owns 50% of the Pastana CR7 hotel chain, with flagship luxury properties in Times Square, Madrid, Lisbon, and Marrakesh. But in late 2025 and early 2026, he made a massive pivot toward high-growth tech. Ronaldo is now a lead investor in Perplexity AI, the search engine currently challenging Google's dominance. He's also a major shareholder in Whoop, the human performance company, and holds a 10% stake in Vista Alegre, a 200-year-old luxury porcelain giant. Ronaldo's strategy is clear. Buy into established industries with steep growth curves and use his face to accelerate their value. Messi's strategy is built on venture capital and consumer goods. Through his Silicon Valley firm, Playtime, Messi is betting on the future of sports tech and media. But his biggest Main Street play is his hydration brand, Mass Plus. In early 2026, Mass Plus switched to a sleek, slim can design to dominate retail shelves globally. Unlike a traditional endorsement, where an athlete is paid to hold a bottle, Messi owns the company. He's following the playbook of massive exits like Body Armor or Prime. He isn't just selling a drink, he's building a consumer packaged goods giant he can eventually sell at a multi-billion-dollar valuation. We also have to talk about the most valuable currency in 2026, digital gravity. Cristiano Ronaldo is the first human in history to reach 1 billion followers across social platforms. This isn't just a vanity metric, it's a private global distribution network. When Ronaldo launches his new movie studio, You Are Marv, alongside filmmaker Matthew Vaughn, he doesn't need to buy advertising. He has a direct line to 1/8 of the human population. Analysts estimate that a single post from Ronaldo carries a media value of more than $3.2 million. He has his own TV network, his own marketing agency, and his own PR firm. Messi plays a different game. With more than 500 million followers, he focuses on authenticity and legacy. His production company, 525 Rosario, based in Miami and Los Angeles, isn't just making highlight reels. They're producing premium films, family-friendly shows, and community-focused documentaries. Named after his home address in his hometown in Argentina, the company represents Messi's shift into the content as an asset space. He's following in the footsteps of LeBron James and Steph Curry, making sure that even when he stops playing, his stories and his brand keep generating revenue through streaming platforms and global licensing. Looking to the future, the question of who's richer becomes a question of what you value. If we judge by net worth today, Ronaldo leads. At an estimated $1.4 billion, his aggressive diversification into AI, real estate, and massive Saudi liquidity has put him in a league of his own. He's built a machine that operates at a global scale, 24 hours a day. But if we judge by long-term leverage, Messi might have the edge. By 2028, Messi could be the majority owner of a top-tier U.S. sports franchise in one of the world's fastest-growing soccer markets. If Major League Soccer becomes a global top 5 league as predicted, Messi's equity, his ownership of the land, the team, and the media rights could skyrocket and surpass Ronaldo's liquid wealth. He is the ultimate asset architect. The era of the simple athlete is officially over. We're watching the birth of two distinct billionaire blueprints that will be studied in business schools for decades. Ronaldo is the global conglomerate, a man who transformed himself into a walking, talking multinational corporation. Messi is the ecosystem partner, a man who realized that owning the platform is more valuable than being the star of the show. So, if you were starting your empire today, which path would you choose? Would you take the guaranteed $200 million